Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Now today I'll be ranking hardcore towers from worst to best. Now, the one thing, like, you can see the order of towers is quite weird. Brawler, which is normally in any game, is somehow 6th. No, 4th. And I was gonna film this video earlier, but my dad was in my room and yeah, I found it a bit embarrassing. I know, I don't, this is just a hobby. I don't want to actually put music on it, but now, this is the accelerator. Now, I'm pretty sure you all know how this tower is. And I want to put it to a test. This is like, I'm using skill tree, please ignore it, but, like, I'm going to be testing the, like, minimum level and the max level. Now, enemies. I'm going to try and come up with a decent enemy. Actually, yeah, this is maybe a bit too good. But the charge up on level 0 is immensely long. Like, yes, it does kill it, but, like, considering that it got here for a tower which costs 8k, I wouldn't use it. Like, no, I would use it, but, like, it's very impractical. Now, I'm not going to test the other levels just because there are 7 hardcore towers, but I'm going to be showing you the max level. Now, well, I actually want to see something. Can I? Okay, good. Now, oh, molten. Now, this, where is he? No, molten warlords. Now, this enemy is 150,000. Theoretically, 5 level 5 costing like 5 level 5 accelerators costing 14,995 in total should be able to kill this, which they are doing well so far, but not like 515,000 while a Juggernaut which kill this, would shred this. Michigan timescale 3. I know it healed, but actually did it. But these accelerators only dealt that much damage, which may be an error, but what the hell? Actually, let me test it one more time. I don't want to. Sorry if I'm being a bit delaying it a bit. I want to test just to see if I can, because they'll definitely show that. There is some stuff with pistol. I'm also chewing gum because my mouth's a bit stuff in my mouth. I'm gonna be honest, this is ultra disappointing. Considering that this tower costs 515k and can't even, like, it can kill a multiple, it can't even kill a multiple warlords. Like, minus the, even like if you take out the heal, it can barely kill it. This tower is solid last place for me. Do not buy this tower. There are so many other better options. But I'll get into those later. Now, we have Hacker. Now, this is my ranking. I'm very open to being fought over this. I'm not saying, like, my opinions can be changed, but this is what I think. That was a keyboard. But, the Hacker. Now, this tower is not necessary in terms of DPS. You have the overclock, like, path, which is the worst one. And you have the rug path, which is the best one. Now, what this enemy does is say, let's spawn like a giant boss. It turns it into a clone. Now, yes, it doesn't come with a full HP. I think there is some sort of fractionality. But you can also clone towers. Say this way, you can use the ability B, you can press it, and for 60% of the original price, you'll have another engineer. You can also do the same with a different engineer. I get this one, and actually, yeah. And I cloned this engineer. It would be less expensive, last less, but when I also spawn on a giant boss, different one. Oh, let me actually say something. Like, this one is more of a DPS oriented attacker. Yes, hacker also has a special ability where it gives money based on... How did it steal? No, that's odd. But it, like, gives more money from the enemies that you kill. I can't really show it here since I have infinite money, but... I don't remember the exact percentages, but yeah. Now, hacker's only really practical if you're, like, if you're like, doing solo hidden wave with, one player who's, like, using Juggernaut. It's only really practical if you have, like, a really high DPS tower. Not to accelerate because I hate it now. But, yeah. Next we have Necromancer. Now, I'm actually going to change the map for this because, ultimately I feel like it's a bit hated on. And, actually, before Necromancer, I'm going to test one more tower which I think is a bit worse. It's between Hacker and Necromancer. Operator. Now, you're going to really attack me for this, but I do genuinely think that Operator is a good tower. Like, let's get one max Operator. Actually, that's a horrible placement. But let's get one max Operator here. Just going to even equip these. Pretty sure I can. Oh. Yeah, there's like some way to equip them, I don't know how though. Now, Operator. Hidden detection at level 1 with great cost efficiency. Effectively broad levels of cost efficiency. Flank detection at level 2, which makes it very versatile. Cyber Impulser at level 3, which, yeah. Keep in mind that the spies on the burst, otherwise it'll be way too OP. Spell Doctrines. Now, this is a very interesting one, because, yes, Brawler. No, not Brawler. Operator. Let me just place them around the map. Oh. What, like, you can see the Zerf operators here. They have a shared... Do they? What the hell? I'm sorry, I'm really confused. Let me just spawn an enemy. Okay. It's on a different level, but when you place two operators next to each other, they give a damage buff to each other. Now, this damage buff stacks to a high level, and then you just max these out, and then they get a high damage, 7.5%. But on what level do they share the range? It's so stupid. Do they only share the range if they're in the same bubble? Did they really? Oh my god. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. Oh, they only share the range if a different operator's inside of the range. I got it now. But you can use that to do some really cool kills. Now, I'm going to be testing two operators. Actually, one operator first against the Brute, because Brute is a very strong enemy. Well, it's not really strong, but it's decently strong. And I'm also going to be timescale 3. Now, of course, this isn't the way you use operator. This isn't the way that... You know what? Let me also play some stun baits. But you can obviously see, yes, like 5,000 damage for an operator isn't that good. But this isn't the use case for the tower. People say, oh, but it does horrible. No! When it does horrible amounts of damage, but that's not how you use it. Like, you need to place it in, like, certain formation where the damage buff stacks. Hold on. Something... Something a bit like that, which, at max level, it has, this alone probably costs a bit more than 100k. You know what? You know what? Clear enemies. Now, this is also the use case of the operator, and then to add on to that, this is inside of the range. So what you do is, towers. Let's try total operators worse than mortals. It should be able to kill it. Actually, yeah. Keyword should. Shed range. Oh, actually, let's get one more. Okay, beautiful. Now, we're doing great amounts of damage. Let's just cancel through it. I'm going to record 10 minutes. No, I'm going to cut out some parts. Speed it up. But you see my point. This tower over here, fares similar to Accelerator, despite only costing 1/5 of the price. It's really underrated, but it shouldn't be used as a boss killer. This thing is just early DPS, especially paired with Commander and DJ. It's much better. Ultimately, this should be used as early to mid game, and it's really good at that. Now, the next tower that we have is Necromancer. Again, I'm going to be changing the map for this. Where is it? Summer Castle. There we go. Now, the primary use case of this, contrary to what many people think, is you place it at the back. Now, if you look at the range here, the yellow dead zone is what's important, not the main damage. Now, it's only really max up of Necromancer. It's good. It's really good at its job. Now, if we place max Necromancer, I will need to micro it a bit, but I'm going to get a bit cocky. I actually should have gone DJ, but last experiment I used DJ, but you know what? It's just gonna be a pain in my bum to micro fight. Let's do the 3x scale. Okay, that may be also the best idea. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Let's try choose your enemy. Hold on. This may take a while. Like, Necromancer struggles when it's against like very big hordes, but I haven't really played Void Core. I'm trying to think of a powerful boss that doesn't really have OP spawns. Hold on. I'm low-key thinking Gunslinger just because I don't think he can spawn. Okay, I'll need to cut this. Too strong. Let's do Fallen Swordmaster. Now, of course, I get a bit of head start here, but yeah. Yes, it does get stunned, unfortunately. You can see my point. Yes, the style is a bit pricey, but it actually fares really well as a boss killer as opposed to Accelerator. Besides, this style can actually do the damage itself, and the execution skeletons can stack up, especially paired with mercenaries. Next we have Brawler. Now, this starts quite interesting because if you place 2 here and heavy, actually, okay, yeah, that was a horrible test, but you get my. Hold on. Let's place 3 ballers, 900 cash, and let's spawn a fallen Greg. Let's do it, let's go. Like, 900 cash can shred a like 50 HP enemy, which moves quite quickly as well. Now, yeah, you may consider this a bit pricey, which it really isn't. Now, let's max out these brawlers real quick, and let's put them against an enemy which it's compatible to kill. Now, the way you use Brawler is you don't use it against weapons. Yes, I have tested yesterday on Patient 0. I'm not going to show you because I wanted to, but the way you use Brawler is A, to catch leaks. See if a performance. Actually, yeah, that's not the test. But you get my. Does this enemy have no. Does this thing even stun? Okay, now. You know what, but it's stun still. Okay, I'm not doing a good service to Brawler. But hold on, let me try and concoct a good enemy. But it does well against these so tanky enemies, which is in its range to kill. Of course, it's already a boss killer. You should have advertised by then. Let's do 2 fallen giants. Great, for example. Yes, it's a bit expensive for that, but okay. Yes, it's a bit expensive for all of this. You kill like 5 fallen giants, but it honestly does better than Accelerator, and I'm not even joking when I say that. Now, Brawler mostly relies on early defense, and ultimately, if you are to get it, I would say get it for early defense only. Now, last style, we have Engineer. Now, Engineer is a jack of all trades. It can do early defense, as proven here. I'm gonna get to level 2 just because it's most cost efficient here. Shadow. Why is it in cap blocks? I don't know. Let's see that. This is a bit of a bad test, but this is a like crowd of enemies, and you should be able to kill it. Actually, let them explode level 2. Okay, level 2, 4K. Can it kill like? Well, I could if I got earlier, it would have been able to kill it, but you get my point. This sounds a jack of all trades. Even then, let's get to max in a more super position. Check the timings. Okay, I can cut that a bit. But when Necromancer struggles, this style should do a bit better, and I think one of the reasons Necromancer struggles for is because of summons. Exactly what the heck? It does not summon. It normally does not summon this much, but this thing is a boss killer and could be used that way. Now, in my opinion, the best hardcore tower in the game is Juggernaut. This thing is a boss killer, and I mean that quite literally. If you get it bottom part, I'm gonna run it with. I'm not gonna run it with supports, but 30.8 range with max skill tree, of course. 2000 DPS. Holy, whatever. And enemies. Let's pair this against Fallen. Can't spell. Once we play stunned, it just doesn't get stunned. And I think it's stunned as well. No, it's not. Okay, I think I found the issue. Like, Juggernaut bugs out in really fast time scales, so, yeah. Otherwise, though, it should be able to kill it. Clear enemies. Now, I know I'm not doing Juggernaut justice by this test, but, yeah. Now, in order of which hardcore towers you should get, I'd honestly first go with Brawler, then Engineer, then Engineer, then Necromancer, then Accelerator. I know I'm picking Necromancer over Accelerator, but I would honestly say Necromancer has more use cases than Accelerator. Accelerator gets handicapped really quickly. And, then Hacker just because it's the most expensive. Then, for the, then Operator just because it's really hard to obtain. Then first Juggernaut. Nope. First Juggernaut. Yeah, first Juggernaut, let me just tell that. Yeah, I suck at this, what the hell. First Juggernaut. Then Operator. Because, yeah, you'll have much better DPS options Operator. This is the order of hardcore towers you should get. Right, bye.